Well, hello, Pepe. I'm glad you managed to make it to help me with the show today. I have a bunch of notes that I'm going to use. It's Easter, you know, and I want to motivate, capture, and overwhelm. I think I might, in this show this morning, actually use my overwhelming winning gaze when we open, okay? I may forget, so I want you to get a sign that you can hold up for me that will say overwhelming winning gaze now, okay? You look a little different today, but stay calm. We'll all survive the show. It's the Easter show, don't you know? Is that the theme I hear in the background? Yes, it is. Okay, are we going? Ready? Greetings. I'm the amazing TheDimmitt, talk show host, TV celebrity, and extremely nice. If you don't have an unstable grandfather in your life, I'm here for you. Actually, really, it's Easter. Easter Day, 2020 it is. And I have the big book. The book that was written on by an unseen hand. Oh, he's lying again. It's what I'm going to use during the broadcast so I don't miss anything of importance. First of all, I want to start by looking at the time that Christ was crucified. So that's the theological thing. And for those of you who are into politics, government was all screwed up. Just about as bad as it is in America today, but they didn't meet the criteria. Our government's far more screwed up. Their fearless leader never once claimed to be the Messiah or King of the Jews. But we're not going into that today. What I want to go into today is, let's see, we had it here somewhere. It's in the book. Can anyone read this? You should be able to. It's just not wearing your glasses. I am wearing my glasses. Stop interrupting the show. Oh, well. Let's look at the time Christ died, where he died. It was in Golgotha. It was a hill. We know that for sure. It's still there today. But strange things happened there. And as science progressed, those things became even more strange. First of all, it would be hard to miss the fact that in the Jewish temple, there was a huge curtain. I mean, it was very thick. And at the moment Christ died, that curtain was ripped top to bottom. What could that have meant? Maybe a division between the Old Testament and the New Testament, perhaps. Yeah. That was so sacred of an area that when the priest, the high priest, once a year would go into it, they would tie a rope to his foot, so if he died, they could pull him out. That might have been a sign, a division between before Christ and after Christ, a visible sign for all of us. But there was more. During the 3 hours that Jesus Christ hung on the cross, there was an eclipse. And that eclipse lasted for 3 hours, the time that Christ was on the cross. Listen, I own a telescope, and consequently, not putting out the fact that I also took classes in astronomy, eclipses do not last for 3 hours. Just not going to happen. They don't do that. They last for just a few moments. So that was kind of strange. Did I mention the earthquake? There was also an earthquake, and science had to go down into the earth, and they can judge by the layers of the earth when an earthquake occurs. And an earthquake occurred during that 3 hours in Golgotha while Christ was hanging on that cross. Then, also, history records later that a strange event happened at that point. Many dead people were up and wandering around. Isn't that strange? The power of God, we don't know. Whether his power, when he raises someone from the dead, just raises one person, or maybe a bunch of people. But it happened that day when Christ hung on the cross. Anything else? Just going through. Pepe, why are you hanging up that sign? Oh, gosh, I forgot. He can't remember his middle name, for crying out. Please, I'm trying to do a show here. Did we miss anything? I don't want to scare anybody with these amazing facts. But nonetheless, well, once we go off script, we go off script. You know what just cheated me off this morning? The Walmart right up the street from me. Mere quarter mile. Today, we have the massive security. Getting to Walmart can't be more than so many people. Rules everywhere. But what's going on in their parking lot? A car show. Be boo on your car show. All these people. There's grandmas, antique car lovers that are old like me, and little children, all standing in a line waiting to look at a 1936 Ford automobile. Yeah, they better look good. It could be the last thing they ever see. Again, things are happening that we do not understand. I even got so brash as to say maybe this is the rapture that we have heard about. By the way, where is that in the Bible? The rapture. It may have been raptured right out of the book. Or it's in there. I don't know. I'll have my producer look into that for us, and I'll give you a complete report. You can trust me. My dad had a Ford. He had to sell it because by the time he got it into second gear, it was already into 35 miles an hour. And he kept getting tickets by one police officer who sat at the corner waiting for him to come with that fancy cord. By the way, the owner of the company he worked for sold him the cord for mere pennies on the dollar because he kept getting tickets with it. But a finer car you will never find. I only saw one cord, and I touched it. And you know where the door is? You can't even feel that seal. And that car was built many years ago. I think we have to understand, at this Easter time, we may be the highest creature in the universe, but it stops right there. I mean, when science can build a fly, then I might think, my goodness, you are really amazing. We can't even build a fly, even though we can fly to the moon and fly around Mars. Yep, they want to do that. But can they build a butterfly? I would think an orange, blue, and yellow butterfly would look very nice on our skies, flapping around. And if we built the butterfly, we would give it flashing lights on its wings. But man can't build a butterfly. And we must give thought to the things going around us right now, today, because it could be a very serious change in time, much more profound than being trapped in our house and our studio. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will have taken advantage of the wisdom and not blown up your radio or your TV or your computer, because I didn't mean to scare you or hurt you. To all of you, peace and good, and God bless you and those you love. Are we done, Peppy? What? What did I forget? Was that in the book? Okay, tomorrow morning, before the show, you may have to receive the morning beating. In the meantime, I must be out of here and get a banana split, because I think that's what we're supposed to have on Easter. What? The sign. You should have holded up a sign. It said, "You're done. You're through. You're finished." You didn't do that. Well, it's sad he didn't, but now they see your real personality. Why does he have to come when we're not even on the radio or the TV or the computer?